What's good, YouTube? I'm Whetu and welcome back to Kicks Empire. This is episode 3. Today we're going to go through my top 3 Jordans that I have in my collection. Now, these 3 colorways are my favorite colorways in the Jordans as far as OG colorway goes. So I'm very fortunate to have them. It did take me a few years to get these in my possession, but I took my time, waited for the right deal, and I was able to get for a good price. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have the infrared 6s. The black colorway is definitely my favorite out of the black and white. I had the white and black varsity red. I did double up on these. When I first started collecting Jordans, I was able to get the black and white varsity 6s for a good price. Back then, Jordans weren't too hyped, so I actually managed to get them from Foot Locker on sale. And I did like them so much that I really wanted the infrared pack. I kept my eyes open, stayed patient, and I was able to cop them for a good deal. Quick rundown of the 6s, we have that clear bottom with the Jumpman in the middle. They are going a bit yellow because they are a couple of years old, so I probably will start wearing these from now on. My black varsity 6s are really beat from playing basketball in them, so I think I will have to start pulling these out just to get the wear out of them before they do get too old. And always remember, wear your kicks. Don't let them age in a box. On the midsole, you've got a black midsole with the red hits and the translucent bottom wraps around the air bubble and the front. You have a all black suede upper with the red lace lock, the Jumpman on the tongue, and the pull tab on the back, and with the Jordan Air on the back. Hopefully one day soon we do see the Nike Air come back for the infrared 6s. I know they brought them out in the maroon 6s and a couple of other silhouettes for Air Jordan, but hopefully they bring the infrared 6 back. They get the red right this time and they put the Nike Air on the back. That would be dope. Coming in at number 2 is the Bread 1. I originally started collecting SBs when I started my sneaker collection. I was always a fan of skate shoes, and one day I walked into Foot Locker and I actually saw the DMP pack on display. I think I was about 17 at the time. I wasn't really making that much money to be able to buy any Jordan packs. I think it retailed for about $500 and I think I picked it up for $6 a couple of years later. At the time, I wasn't able to find any breads for around that price. And to get the Bulls colorway and the Celtics colorway in the DMP pack, I had to get it. Especially at 13, it is a little bit harder to find my size. But as I say, patience is key, and I finally caught. Quick rundown of the shoe, you have a red sole with the white midsole, and then you have an all leather upper. This release, it's not the best leather. I would prefer the tumble leather on the last release of the Bread 1s with that Air Jordan logo on the side. The DMP pack didn't come with the Nike Air. It just had the Jordan logo on the tongue and the Jordan logo on the back. But the cool thing about the DMP pack was, I'm not too sure how many of you know this, but actually on the inside of the tongue, it has the date and the points that Michael Jordan scored on the game that he scored 63 points on. And that was April 20, 1986. And coming in at number 1, just reminds me of my childhood watching Space Jam, and of course that is the Space Jam 11s. Now, I've always been a big fan of black shoes with white midsole, and when I got into Jordans, this definitely caught my eye. Before the re-release came out last year of the Space Jam 11s, they were really hard to get. Now, to get the Space Jam 11s, for me, it wasn't so much a price thing at the time. It was more just finding one that was dead stock and in my size. And again, being a 13, that was a pretty hard find. But I stayed patient, and I was able to cop a pair, and I couldn't be happier. Quick rundown of 11. You do have that ice bottom, which again, this is from 09, so it is starting to yellow. You do have the hits of blue on the sole with that carbon fiber as well. And the upper on this is a combination of patent leather, and like a mesh material. It has the rope laces and it has the blue Air Jordan logo on the back. This is the 2009 release. Wasn't the biggest fan of last year's release. They're okay. Part I didn't like about it was where the patent leather ended. You can see the white in the patent leather. So I didn't end up picking those up. I probably will just to have another pair on deck, because with these ice bottoms, they don't seem to last as long. So I'll definitely want a backup pair of these. Wearing this shoe for me kind of reminds me of childhood a little bit. You know, watching Space Jam growing up, everyone loved it. I think more people love it now. Hopefully they're going to bring out another one. The Space Jam 11, this is definitely my favorite Jordan in my collection.